Welcome to friends once again. Yeah, Ali Madad. Today we will be praising Imam. This desire to praise Imam with you all actually was inspired by lecture on Sunday when Dr. Fakir Muhammad Hunzai took the lecture on Tawheed in Global Lectures. I hope that you all attend that lecture. In that lecture, very interestingly, when he was talking about history, that how Ismailis have survived throughout the centuries, how the talimat of Ismailis were hidden, and those books which were out. Do you know that what our adversaries did? They would take our books, make a copy. From the middle, they will write something else, all wrong and bad and misleading stuff. And then they will publish that book as if it is from an Ismaili. Our books of Ardai, they will mix things in it. And then the propaganda against Ismailis, things which are so unrealistic, so wrong, so untrue about our Imams, about Ismailis, it was being propagated throughout the history, throughout the history. And that is why we do know that how people were enemy of Imam. Imams were persecuted. Imams had to stay in Taqiyya. Ismailis had to stay hidden. In fact, I was today talking to a friend and she said that her grandparents, even in India, were Gupt Ismaili. Why? Because to survive, to be able to practice Ismaili Tariqa with freedom was not allowed. They had to keep Hindu names and live as if they were same as others, but within their homes, four walls of their homes, they were practicing Ismaili Tariqa. We all know about China, how Chinese Ismailis stayed hidden. So it is very strange when we look at our history, a lot of cruelty was being done to our Jamaat, our Imams, our knowledge, our books. And due to that, as Ismailis, we have faced lots of difficulties. We do know now that majority of the Ismailis are from Pir Nasir Khusro's tradition. If there are 20 million Ismaili, 18 millions are Ismailis from Pir Nasir Khusro's tradition. Only 2 millions are from Pir Sadruddin's tradition. And we somehow did not know about our Ismaili brothers and sisters. How did they practice the tariqah? How did they praise Imam? What kind of rituals they did? And similarly, they did not know about us. But times have changed. Our books are coming out. In fact, one of the things which he mentioned, that the secrets of our tariqah about Qiyamah, about today's time. Our Ismailis in Iran, they used to seal it in the walls. So nobody can take it, steal it from them, take it away from them, burn it, or mix wrong information in it. So Ismailis have to hide their books. Even I am sure that some of you must have heard of Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah's Farman, that there were 40 parts, 40 siparas in Quran, and 10 were never added. Where did those 10 siparas go? There are Ismailis from Iran and Iraq that they have those manuscripts, they have saved it from the time of the Prophet. I have myself seen few verses, a chapter, all about praises of Imam. And out of all that adversaries, here we are as Ismailis, freely practicing our tariqah without any worry, fear, or restriction. Why would we not praise our Imam? Why would we not love our Imam? We are so blessed, blessed, and blessed. I wonder if we reflected when we were told on Sunday that Ismailis were known as Malhida. People were told that Ismailis, this sect, these people are Malhida, meaning those who have gone astray. We recite Surah Fatiha, the opening verse of Quran in our dua, first chapter. And in that we say, the last part, Ghair al-Maghzubi alayhim walazwali, that the path of those upon whom you have bestowed favor, not of those who have evoked your anger or have gone astray. The third part, totally in a wrong direction. People have called Ismailis are those as gone astray. It is only we who know what is the reality. But this is what Ismailis have faced centuries after centuries after centuries. Due to the blessings of this time and era, our books are coming out, and we do see that very many old books are being translated by not only IIS but other Ismailis. These are being published. Lots of Ismaili knowledge is now coming because there is freedom. Hidden knowledge is coming out. Tawili knowledge is coming out. And IIS is catching up with all the translation. But we have current scholar Allama Nasiruddin Hunzai, whose majority of his books are in Urdu still. But there are some books which are in English. And so inshallah, IIS will catch up with that too. But it has been somewhat a difficulty in our journey that our books have been translated or being accessible in a delayed fashion. And therefore, there has been only a group, small groups of Ismailis who have had access to higher level of knowledge in Ismaili Tariqa. But Alhamdulillah, times are changing. And we are able to get the current fresh knowledge of Imam, knowledge of Tawil, which Imam wants us to get. We are getting that. We are so blessed. And all those adversaries, they had worked so hard to give us bad name, to corner us so we do not progress, to character assassinate our imams, our hujjatans, but they are not going to be successful. Quran says very clearly that no matter what people say, they can not blow the light, they cannot extinguish the light which is lit in this world. So why would we not praise our Imam? It is truly his mercy, it is truly his blessing that all the talimat of Ismaili Jamaat, Ismaili Dais and Fidais, it is coming out. And Islam being the dynamic tariqah, dynamic religion, from the day one, we now know we should call it Dawat-e-Haq, the true calling. From the day when Hazrat Adam alayhi salam was there. From that day, the chain of the light has been continued. Yesterday, it was the time of prophets, and imams were present, but behind the veils of prophet. Today, it is the time of imams. So imams are right in front of us. But then there are people who would always find ways and means and reasons to spread rumors. And Hazim Imam in his Farman in Golden Jubilee actually had consistently spoken about rumor mongers, that do not be listening to them. Do not be listening to them. There are people who have always bad-mouthed those people who walk on a true path. who take upon themselves to spread the knowledge, who take upon themselves to do the right thing. And because they are doing the right thing, there are enemies. There are people who are jealous. And that is what we have seen from the day one. We don't need to go far. We can just go to Maula Ali's time. Prophet Muhammad announced Maula Ali's Janashini in front of the whole Ummah. But now the way the event of Ghadir Khum has been documented as if it never even happened. Now the books are coming out and they are talking about it, that this is authentic event which happened, which took place. There are people who have spread rumors, removed it from the book saying it never happened. People have just made up their stories. Can we imagine how they had tried to extinguish the light which has been lit by Allah? They will never be successful. So the adversaries have tried all the time. And is it happening now? Definitely. Those Ismailis who do not have the true knowledge, when they are being deceived by those people who are doing the work of Shaitan, they will introduce doubts and they will take them away from Imam. Who do we open our ears to? That's the most important thing. So in Maula Ali's time, we do know that how the worldly leadership was taken by others, and Maula Ali was not given any recognition, worldly or spiritual. Maula Ali said there were not even 40 people that he could announce his imamat. But then there were a handful of people who were with Imam, supporting Imam. And what had happened? The Muslim Ummah was confused, was in chaos. And those all Muslim leaders, they came to Maula Ali begging them, can you please now take the leadership? Can you please take the leadership of Islam, of Muslims? Because Muslims are in great problem. Maula Ali did not want, he refused, but they really forced Imam, and Imam said, okay. They wanted Imam to become the leader, and then they plotted to martyr him. Can we imagine that? Jealousy. It is painful to sometimes review history and see how our Imams have been going through such difficult time. Why? They are the light of Allah. But hasad, all these spiritual diseases which exist and which is promoted by shaitan in everyone, but there are few who want to be not listening to shaitan. There are very few who want to be on a straight path. And Ismaili Jamaat, Alhamdulillah, after the whole humanity, only 20 million people. You know, if we were to take the population of the world and count ourselves as Ismaili 20 million, we would not be even a grain of salt. The humanity is so huge. So there are very few people actually. In comparison, there are very few people who are with the Imam. And in today's time, when we have the freedom of religion, people are asking. Hazri Imam went to Parliament of Canada and announced that I am the direct descendant of the Prophet Muhammad. And when we go back to Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah is entering in places where outside you would see a board that Indian and dogs are not allowed. And in that place, Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah, being Indian, remember Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah was Indian, he would enter, lead, have meetings, and be there, guide those people. How did that happen? It is all Imam's mercy, his miracles, that he continues to be here to guide those who seek his guidance. He is the Imam for whole humanity. He is the Imam for Ismaili Jamaat. So when we look at history and when we look at the current times, we are in a very good era, good time where knowledge is available to us, recognition is available to us. All those books, those talimats are coming out, and we are able to know about our tariqa, the secrets of our tariqa, the higher understanding of our tariqa, the batni tariqa, because it's not a physical tariqa, it is a batni tariqa. Batin means hidden, batin means invisible, meaning we got to seek that treasure to find that out. What is that which is hidden? And when we seek that light, find that hakikat, then only we will know the beauty, the realities, and the recognition of our tariqa. Our tariqa is so blessed. It is so exalted. If we were to understand it, if we were to realize, we would all the time be dancing in our heart. We would be joyous in our heart because Imam's mercy is unlimited. Unlimited. Today, when we go to Jamaat Khana and when we listen to all those articles, even wazes, everywhere there are references of Quran. And a few days ago, someone asked me that, what about Ginans? And I was like, Ginans are our treasure. Ginan came into our life 600 years ago. Quran has been in our life since 1400 years ago. Our roots are in Quran. Our recognition as a Ismaili Jamaat is the true Jamaat is from Quran. Why? Because now we live in a global village. If we talk to someone like our children, because it's all our children who are in problem. We are old now, so we are okay. But when our children mingle with Christians, Hindus, Jews, anybody, and when they are asked, who are you? Where are your roots? Our children cannot say India, Ginan or Farman, Pakistan, Ginan or Farman. No. Our roots are 1400 years old from Prophet Muhammad, Maula Ali and Quran. And that's the change which we are seeing. And would you imagine when we study Quran, there are Muslim people who would believe on some verses of Quran and others they would not. It is only the Ismaili people. We believe in the whole Quran. We believe in the whole Quran. When Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah was asked that, Ya Mawla, if the 10 separas are missing, 10 parts which are missing from the Quran, so what are we supposed to do? Imam says, don't you worry. Those 10 parts are enough for us. Why? Because we are Hakiki Tariqa. When we look at the Quran with the eyes of wisdom, we will find Imam everywhere. And those who are students of Quran, they will find Imam everywhere. So Imam is mentioned in Quran everywhere. Interestingly, when we hear about people who are Muslim, and being Muslim, the first thing is Quran, right? There are people who don't believe in some parts of Quran, strangely. And I'll share some parts. What are those parts? And you'll be so shocked because we all believe in it. And question here is, why do they not believe in that? Because it is a test. It is a test that they are failing. And what is that test? Before I show you those verses, let me take you through this Quranic verse, which is 42/11. In this verse, there's a long verse, but I've quoted only 3 words. Laisa kamislihi shayin. Laisa is not. Mislihi, like him. Kamislihi, someone similar to the example of him. Meaning, no one is similar to example of him. Now, who are we talking about? Yes, it's Quran, so we are talking about Allah. So, someone would say, no one is similar to Allah, but that's not what it says. It says, no one is similar to example of him. Meaning, in this world, we have example of Allah. Allah is Noor-e Mujarrad. He cannot be, he's not there. We cannot sense him, feel him, see him. We cannot do that. He's abstract. But then there is someone who is example of him, and no one is similar to him. Who is that example? That example is Imam Zaman, Nur Maulana Shah Karim Hussaini Hazri Imam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. That example is Imam Zaman. And there are people who would say, how can you prostrate to a man? You are doing shirk. There are people who say Smileys are kafir because they believe in Hazrima. And to answer that, there are several answers. And when someone says, how can you bow down, prostrate to a man, because they look at his body, how can you bow down to Imam? And we can very confidently give reference of Adam from the Quran and say, Allah had asked angels to bow down to Adam, who was a human. Those who bowed down to him became angels. Those who refused, we do know. Iblis. That is the power of the knowledge. And you know, we being Smileys, especially our parents or grandparents, they will say anywhere, everywhere, Ali Allah, because they would not know, right? So one of the, in Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah's time, there is an interview, published interview. One of the journalists is interviewing Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah. And she says, do you know that your people believe that you are God? Are you? And look at Imam's answer. Mullah says, do you not see in the streets of India, if a cow is passing, people will stop and bow down to cow? Am I not better than cow? And he laughed. And that journalist was speechless. This is the beauty of Imam, how he answered and did not answer. There is no one similar to example of him, and that example is Imam. There is no one in this world like Imam. Imam is that Noor-e Mujassam, the embodied light. Imam is that Noor-e Mujassam, embodied light. So let me first share a beautiful hadith. Prophet Muhammad says, Ali the matchless and the martyr comes. The matchless and the martyr comes. Now what does this hadith mean? It is actually explanation of this Quranic verse. No one is similar to example of him. No one is similar to Imam, the matchless. Imam is that matchless. Nobody can be his example. Because the Noor in him is the Noor of Allah. And that's what Prophet was telling the people. He is the matchless. And why martyr? You know, we have to understand that one of the title of Imam is actually martyr. And that is Imam, if we look at all the Imams, they have sacrificed their life for humanity and Ismaili Jamaat. And we see how our Imams have always worked for the betterment of the Jamaat and Ummah. So they are martyr. And beautifully we understand that how in Ahadis, Ahadis meaning sayings of Prophet Muhammad. Ahadis is plural, Hadith is singular. And these Hadiths, which I'm going to show you, all the Ahadis, they are being authenticated by Shia and Sunni. So none of the Hadiths which we are going to see today are those which are only accepted or authenticated by Shia Muslim. Because someone can object, oh, you are Shia, that's why you believe in Imam. How about our Sunni scholars? Have they authenticated these hadiths? Yes, all these hadiths which we are going to study today to praise Imam, these are all authenticated for Maula Ali. So we understood that there is no one like Maula. In this whole world, there is no one like our Imam. And those Quranic verses I was mentioning, that there are people in Muslim Ummah who believe in Quran, who believe in Paigambar, but they refuse, they do not accept some parts of Quranic verses. And these are few of the example I'm going to share, that there is face of Allah, there is shin of Allah, there is side of Allah, color of Allah, hand of Allah. There are body parts of Allah mentioned in Quran. How can Allah have a body? He's light, He's Nur, He's not a person. But then Quran talks about body parts of Allah. It is referring to the example of Him who is Imam-e-Zaman. We as Ismailis, we have no problem accepting, yes, there is a face of Allah, shin of Allah, side of Allah, color of Allah, hand of Allah. We have no problem because we see Imam. We know our Imam, who is the Nur of Allah, who is a wasila to Allah. And there are people who, when they say, oh, we do not need to accept Imam, we do not need any wasila intermediary, we have our book and we can pray to Allah directly. No one can do that. No one can do that. It is not in our ability that we can directly communicate to Allah. We need intermediary. We need our Imam. So those who think that they can directly go to Allah, it's never going to happen. That is how we do know that Ismaili Tariqa is the only Tariqa which was started from the day one. Dawat-e-Haq. It is the continuation of the chain of the light of Imamat and Paigambar. Because that light started from Adam. With Adam there were Imam. And that same Nur has been continuously going on. That is why our Imam said that I am the direct descendant of Prophet Muhammad and Ali. He is from that the of the prophets and the Imams. So only Tariqa, only the Jamaat who truly has intermediary, who can take our prayers to Allah. Now, being Ismailis, we have also been taught the higher meaning of Nur, the deeper meaning of Nur. And Peers taught us, Ek kach fikr munivar amne tamari manas rupe sahib jano ji. For us, the hukum is from our Peer my Bap, do not be looking at his body. Think of the light, and that light is the light of Allah. So we don't distinguish between Allah and Imam. We say Ali Allah because we believe in the light. But others may not understand. We do not need to explain it to them. It is our belief. It is us who believe, and we know what we are believing in. So Allah is the abstract light. Imam is the embodied light. What is the common denominator here? Light. It is the one and the same light. So that's why we say Ali Allah. And the talimat of Ali Allah has been taught to us by our peers. Those who do not know about it, I would request Shaila, Naveen Sahiba to share the lectures on Ali Allah, which are based on our ginans only. How our peers have taught us that Imam is the true Ali Allah. So let's look at another beautiful hadith. Ali is the Imam of the pious and slayer of the debauched ones. Those who are pious, those who have taqwa, purity, piety, pakizgi, Ali is their Imam. And those who are on the wrong path, he is the slayer of them. He who helps him is helped. He who helps him is helped. So those who are not helping Imam is not helped. He who forsakes him is forsaken. And this is the saying of Prophet Muhammad. He is saying, and those after Prophet who did not follow Maula Ali, did they not listen to this hadith? And this is authenticated hadith. So sometimes we wonder, why don't they believe in Imam? This is right in front of them, but they don't want to believe, and it's their choice. We do not worry about others. We take care of our faith, stay strong in our belief, our understanding. If there are any doubts because of lack of knowledge, seek knowledge. So all the doubts are removed. So nobody can shake our Iman. Then the Holy Prophet says, if the heavens and the earth were placed in one scale of the balance, and Ali's faith in the other, his faith would be of greater weight. Can we imagine? Heavens and earth, meaning the whole universe, and Maula Ali's faith. Maula Ali, who is the Amirul Mu'mineen, he is the chief of all the Mu'mins. The whole universe is less than our Imam. Is less than our Imam. That is the praise of our Imam. That is the beauty of our Imam. Then Holy Prophet says, Ali is the best of humankind. He who denies commits infidelity. Ali is the best of humankind. Now this is the hadith given to the whole ummah. Best of humankind, meaning all the companion of the Prophet who were there, Ali is the best. And that farman, that hadith of Prophet Muhammad, who has kept in their heart? Smiley Jamaat. Imam is the best of humankind. And those who deny that, automatically, they are disloyal. Disloyal to Prophet, disloyal to Imam, disloyal to themselves because they are gone out of the path. Then Prophet says, he who does not say Ali is the best of humankind commits infidelity. So not only know that, but say it too, that Ali is the best of humankind. When we do that, when we say that, that is our Iman, showing our Iman. The Holy Prophet said, indeed the angels sent salawat upon me and Ali 7 years before any human being accepted Islam. Now very interesting hadith. Again, what Paigambar is doing, telling people what is the status of the Paigambar and Maula. But people don't pay attention. That angels sent salawat 7 years before any human being accepted Islam. As if Islam came with Prophet Muhammad. In reality, it says in Quran that Islam is the deen-e-haq, and that was the deen from the day one, from Adam. 7 years before that? Now that is confusing. This is an allegory, a parable which Prophet Muhammad has used to make us understand that when there was nothing, Nur was there. Which Nur? Which is in the Prophet and Maula Ali. So those who are listening to this hadith and understanding it, they would never go astray because it is that Nur. From the beginning, it's the same Nur. The name of the Nur at that time was Prophet Muhammad and Maula Ali. Today it is Shah Karim. Then Prophet Muhammad says, the first of you to come to me at the pond is Ali bin Abi Talib. The first of you in accepting Islam is Ali bin Abi Talib. Now, it's very interesting. Prophet is saying the first who accepted Islam, so it's current in that time, 1400 years ago. But then he's talking about the time of resurrection. When the Qiyamah will come, at the Hawz-e Kausar, the first person who will come is Maula Ali. Meaning, Hai bhi Ali, hoye se bhi Ali. That's what is being said here. Again, those who pay attention, those who understand, those who have true knowledge, those who are smileys, who are blessed with the talimat our peers have given about Imam to us, the teaching our peers have given to us. It is Ali. It is our Imam. Then this hadith says, Ali ibn Abi Talib is the door of Hitta. The word Hitta means pardon. He who enters through it is a believer, and he who leaves is an unbeliever. We do know Mawla Ali is the door. Paigambar's sayings are there, right? Ana Madinatul Ilm wa Ali Babuha. Ana Darul Hikmata wa Ali Babuha. That I am the house of wisdom, Ali is the door. I am the city of knowledge, Ali is the door. But this hadith says that he is the door to pardon. So those who commit infidelity, those who left the path, the only way they can come back to path is by seeking, by entering through that door, which is Ali, seeking pardon. He is the door to pardon. There is no other way. So that is why when we study Surah Hadith 57 verse 16 or 17, somewhere there, and it says that when the believers, men and women, are there, and those are seen by those souls who are behind the door, and they are seeing these mu'minins, and they are saying, can you please share your light with us? What is the reply from those mu'minins? Go back where you had left the light. Where do they need to go? Which door they need to find? The door of Ali. And why are we talking about it? The reason we are talking about it, first to praise Imam, to have that burning love in our heart all the time, but also to realize that have we truly understood the miracles of Imam? Have we recognized the Imam? Have we truly benefited being smileys? Have we truly progressed ourselves on the path of Ruhaniyat, Nuraniyat, being smileys? Or we are just happy we found Ali? So we do need to be realizing how blessed we are. But that's not enough. We need to do more. With happiness, when we are rewarded, that comes with responsibility. And that is the intention. That yes, we are very blessed. In the world of sorrows and pain and war and whatnot, we are those smiley Jamaat who are blessed with happiness. And we do need to remember it and practice in a way that we are with the Imam and we are not left behind. We do not want to be those who are seeking that door later on, the door of pardon. We are with the door. We need to just enter into the door, into the city, into the house of wisdom and find the hakikat. Then it says, Ali bin Abi Talib shines in paradise like the morning star shines for the people of the world. So if we were to see the morning star, which gives us light, happiness, joy, candy for our eyes, that is the star which Mawla Ali is. He shines in the paradise. And that is why when we have Imam's Zahiri Didar, when he enters the pandal, and the joy we feel in our heart, the light we see, and this is just physical Didar, just physical Didar. We are so happy. We are so happy and so blessed. Imagine if we were to have our Batni eyes opened up and we can see this morning star in our paradise, in our personal world. What a beautiful, joyous stage for a Mu'min Salik. Then Prophet Muhammad is saying, Ali is the king of Mu'mins, Yusuf of Mu'mins, and wealth is the king of hypocrites. This is another very important hadith. That those who are Mu'mins, no matter they have wealth or not, whatever physical life they are going through, whatever difficulties they are going through, but they stay Mu'mins. No matter what test falls upon their lives, they stay Mu'mins. And for them, their king is Mawla Ali. But those who are hypocrites, they want to keep 1 feet here and 1 feet there. Let me be here too and let me be there too. So I don't miss out on anything. That is another definition of hypocrite. Those who collect wealth and they do not know how to share. Wealth meaning not only cash or money, knowledge and time too. If we have any kind of wealth with us and we keep it and we don't share, the name for them is hypocrite. So it is very important to be generous with our time, knowledge and money. Then only we are going to be called Mormons. If we don't do that, by default, automatically, we enter into category of hypocrites, regardless of we are smileys or non-smileys. So we got to be careful that how our ethics are, how our actions are, to protect ourselves, to stay on the path of piety, of taqwa, of purity, pakizgi. When we don't do that, default wise, we will fall into the category of wrongs. The Holy Prophet said, on the day when a canopy of red rubies will be pitched for me on the right-hand side of the throne, and a canopy of a green emeralds will be pitched for Ibrahim on the left-hand side of throne. There will be a canopy of white pearls between the two for Ali ibn Abi Talib. What say you about a beloved between two friends? Now, Prophet Muhammad has very beautifully given us the beautiful imagination, thrones and emeralds and rubies. And between that, Maula Ali is there with white pearls, canopy of white pearls. Now, when we read this hadith, it is nothing to do with the emeralds and rubies and throne. What we are understanding here, that Noor is with the Noor. And there is no difference in the Noor when we say Pagambar, Natik, Imam. They all are one. But in the time of Pagambar, what Pagambar was doing, he was preparing people for the time of Imamat. Until the time of Pagambar, it was the time of prophethood. So Imams were there, but they were hidden behind the prophets. But in the time of Prophet Muhammad, he knew that he had to announce the Imamat of Maula Ali. And that's how we read in Dua, third part. Ya ayyuha rasulu balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik. That verse, that give that message which you're supposed to give. If you don't do that, as if you've not done anything, all the work which he had done, it would mean nothing. So he knew he was preparing people to accept that Imam's Zahurat is going to happen. So all fingers were pointed towards the Noor of the Imam, his Zahurat. For Smileys, we see that very clearly in the sayings of Prophet Muhammad. Others, I think we'll make this a last hadith. I had so many hadiths. I was really in mood of sharing praises of Imam with you all. Shukr Maula. And this one says, the truthful ones, which are as-sadiqun, the truthful ones are three. Habib the carpenter, the Mu'min of the family of Yasin. Yasin is the title of Pagambar. The Mu'min of the family of Yasin, who said, O my people, follow the messenger. So common ordinary man, family of Prophet Muhammad, his name is Habib, he's a carpenter. What is he saying? Follow the messenger. Then Hiskil, the Mu'min of Firaun's family. Can you imagine that in Firaun's family also there were Mu'mins? His wife was caretaker of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam. She was Hujjat. Even in that time there were Mu'minins, but we never come to know about these people until our Pagambar or Imam mentioned their names. Then we would know. Hiskil, the Mu'min of Firaun's family, who said, do you kill a man because he says my Lord is Allah? We all know what Firaun did. He killed 70,000 infants, male infants. And he wanted to kill Hazrat Musa alayhi salam when he said, my Lord is Allah. You are not my Lord. I am not going to call you God. Because Pharaoh wanted people to call him God. And he said, no, I will not call you God. My Lord is Allah. And he wanted to kill Hazrat Musa alayhi salam. We all know the story. So this moment, in his own family of Pharaoh, Hiskal, what did he say? Do you want to kill a man because he says, my Lord is Allah? And then Prophet says, Ali bin Abi Talib, who is superior to them. Now this is very easy for us to understand. Those who were Mu'mineen, Ali is Amirul Mu'mineen. Ali is Amirul Mu'mineen. But these moments were not ordinary moments. They are in a very difficult time telling people to believe on the right path. Pharaoh's family, Hiskal, and Habib during the time of Prophet Muhammad. But definitely, Ali bin Abi Talib, he is Amirul Mu'mineen. He is the Sardar of the Mu'mineens. His faith is bigger than anybody. So we do understand what is being said here. Remember, the reason we are sharing this, that these are authenticated ahadis for whole ummah. So there is no doubt, there is no question. What is the problem? There is no iman. When there is no iman, there cannot be any belief. We as Ismailis, we need to make our iman so strong on iman that our heart, our mind, our soul all the time praises the Imam. So I will just go through the slide. I'm going to share this one. Now this one says, the Holy Prophet said, Allah has revealed no verse, O you who believe. Allah has revealed no verse of, O you who believe. In Quran, there are different ways Allah has called people. O people, O mankind, O believers. And then he says, O you who believe. From the people, there are few who are believers. But that Ali is its head and chief. So those among people, those who believed, Mawla Ali is their leader and he is their Sardar. And definitely we understand that. We understand that being Ismailis. There are so many beautiful ahadis. We did discuss this one. Now this is very interesting, very, very interesting. This one says that Prophet Muhammad one day said, O Anas, go away and ask the chief of the Arabs to come to me. Chief of the Arabs, come to me. Now Bibi Aisha was sitting, Hazrat Aisha, she says, are you not the chief of the Arabs? The Holy Prophet said, I am the chief of the children of Adam and Ali is the chief of the Arabs. Chief of the children of Adam? We need to pause and reflect. When Mawla Ali came, he said, O group of Ansar, should I not show you that which if you hold fast to, you will never go astray after me? Do we remember which verse we are talking about? Hazrat Imam gave it to us in Silver Jubilee, chapter 3, verse 103. وَاتَّصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold on to the rope of Imamat, rope of Allah, and do not be divided among yourself. And this is the hadith. If you hold fast to, you will never go astray after me. Who? Mawla Ali. This is Ali. So love him with love for me. Honor him with honor for me. Because it is Jibreel who has commanded me on behalf of Allah to say what I have said to you. It is hukum of Allah to be make known Imam is that the rope of Allah. Because Allah is Nur Mujarrad. It is the Imam who is with us as Nur Mujassam. And we hold on to that rope of Imamat. And that's what Imam wanted us to study. During Silver Jubilee, Imam with every occasion gives us now Quranic verses. Silver Jubilee, we did get this verse chapter 3, verse 103. Golden Jubilee, we got Hadith Saklan, one of the sayings of Prophet Muhammad. And I am, Mola has been telling us, directing us towards this knowledge which is available to us, to study and recognize the Imam in the light of Quran, Hadith. So then there is no doubt, nobody can say anything about it. We have that confidence in our heart, mind, and soul and intellect that yes, I believe in my Imam with full conviction, with knowledge, with proofs I can prove. So let us go to the last slide. I would love to share a kalam in praise of Imam's Didar. And that is, मैंने कल ज़ाहिरन अली देखा. Those who are with me, they know I love Urdu kalam. मैंने कल ज़ाहिरन अली देखा. Yesterday I openly saw Ali. And this is the kalam which Allama Sahib wrote after mulaqat with Hazri Ma in London, along with Dr. Fakir Muhammad Hunzai. The next day he wrote this kalam. So I would like Shahla to read the English. Ji Shahla.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
मैंने कल ज़ाहिरन अली देखा.
Yesterday I openly saw Ali.
मैंने कल ज़ाहिरन अली देखा, उस खफी नूर को जली देखा.
Yesterday I openly saw Ali. That hidden light I saw manifest.
वो इमाम मुबीन आले रसूल किबलाए आशिकाने अहले कबूल.
That manifest Imam from the Prophet's progeny, the Qibla of the lovers whose prayers are accepted.
सर झुका कर गरीब ने सलाम किया, आंसुओं की जबान से कलाम किया.
I, the pauper, bowed my head and greeted him. I spoke to him with the speech of tears.
Now, so beautiful. We as a Smiley, we can understand how our hearts would feel if we were to be in presence of Imam. Words will not come out of our mouth, but we would be shedding tears. And that is how he is saying that it spoke to him with the speech of tears. He could not have any words coming out of his mouth. ए सर तू सजदा कर कि तेरा फर्ज सजदा है, इनकार सजदा जिसने किया वो तो रांदा है.
O head, prostrate to him. Prostration is your obligation. He who refused to do so is an outcast, that is Iblis.
ए आंख कहाँ है तेरे अश्कों की वो गौहर, अब शाह के कदमों से करो इनको निछावर.
O eyes, where are the pearls of your tears? Scatter them now in front of the Shah's feet.
ए नारे इश्क तुझको सलाम हो हजार बार, तेरे करम से आशिके बेदिल को मिल गया करार.
O fire of love, greetings to you 1,000 times. By your kindness, the dispirited lover is at rest.
हम मुर्दा थे कि उसने हमें जिंदा कर दिया, चेहरे उदास थे कि ताबिंदा कर दिया.
We were dead. He revived us. Our faces were sad. He made them radiant.
नूर रहमत की सख्त बारिश थी, हर तरह की बड़ी नवाजिश थी.
There was the torrential rain of mercy's light. There was enormous kindness of every kind.
हमको ये एक नई हयात मिली, इल्म हिकमत की कायनात मिली.
It is a new life which we have now received. It is the universe of knowledge and wisdom which we have received.
दस्ते पुर नूर में कमाल मौजिज़ा है, खाक को छू के ज़र बनाता है, संग को वो गोहर बनाता है.
There is a perfect miracle in his luminous hand, by touching which dust turns to gold and stones to gems.
नूरे इश्के मुर्तज़ा, नूरे इश्के मुर्तज़ा, हर लहज़ा हो तुझ पर सलाम. बंदगाने ना तमाम तुझ ही से होते हैं तमाम.
O Murtaza's light of love, peace to you every moment. The imperfect servants are perfected by you.
मैं हूँ नसीर खाली, वो है नसीर मानी. मैं हूँ गुलाम नाकस, वो है इमाम अक़दस.
I am empty Nasir, and he the real Nasir, helper. I am his slave and helpless. He is my holy Imam.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah. It was so beautiful just reading it. It's so beautiful, just the praises of Imam. I just want to read it in Urdu because now you know the translation. So join with me in the, it's written the primary language. Be with me with your prayers. ये ख्वाब है या बेदारी? जवाब, ख्वाब न था, मदहोशी थी. मैंने कल ज़ाहिरन अली देखा, उस खफी नूर को जली देखा. वो इमाम मुबीन आले रसूल, किबलाए आशिकाने अहले कबूल. सर झुका कर गरीब ने सलाम किया, आंसुओं की ज़बान से कलाम किया. ए सर तू सजदा कर कि तेरा फर्ज सजदा है. इनकार सजदा जिसने किया वो तो रांदा है. ए आँख कहाँ है तेरे अश्कों के वो गौहर, अब शाह के कदमों से करो इनको निछावर. ए नारे इश्क तुझको सलाम हो हजार बार, तेरे करम से आशिके बेदिल को मिल गया करार. हम मुर्दा थे, हम मुर्दा थे कि उसने हमें जिंदा कर दिया. चेहरे उदास थे कि ताबिंदा कर दिया. नूर रहमत की सख्त बारिश थी, हर तरह की बड़ी नवाजिश थी. हमको ये एक नई हयात मिली, इल्म हिकमत की कायनात मिली. दस्ते पुर नूर में कमाल मौजिज़ा है, खाक को छू के ज़र बनाता है, संग को वो गोहर बनाता है. नूरे इश्के मुर्तज़ा, हर लहज़ा हो तुझ पर सलाम. बंदगाने ना तमाम तुझ ही से होते हैं तमाम. मैं हूँ नसीर खाली, वो है नसीर मानी. मैं हूँ गुलाम नाकस, वो है इमाम अक़दस. Our Imam, our beloved Imam, may our soul be sacrificed to his Imam 1,000 times. We continue to praise our Imam from every particle of our being. Not a moment goes without his praise, without his remembrance. Ameen. Lahi Ameen. Shukran lillah walhamdulillah, shukran lillah walhamdulillah. Ji.
Shukran lillah, alhamdulillah, subhanallah, subhanallah. This is such a beautiful session. And I'm not the only one who feels so. Let me read for you comments in the chat. And while I'm reading you the comments, please, friends, what a beautiful session. We would love to hear your comments, your feelings, what touched you, what moved you, what struck you as so interesting, or what was surprised you, anything that you wish to share. And of course, all of your questions are always welcome. I do see we have new members in the chat, and we want you to know that we embrace you with a warm welcome, and we would love to hear from you. Meanwhile, we have many comments from Anar. And Anar says, "My heart is dancing in joy. My eyes are expressing their happiness and joy through tears. Love and prayers, Anar, to NIAMAT Saiba, Nevin Saiba, and all our friends. You made my day. I would love these precious words if possible. I wish I could have seen your face when you uttered these precious jewels." You know, this, Anar, we will definitely repost the words in the Ilmi Session chat group, the WhatsApp chat group, and I will try to, in fact, post now while here in the chat while we are all online together. And these beautiful words, for those who are members of that WhatsApp chat, we have already posted the words, so you can scroll back and find them, and also some wonderful recordings of this kalam. So please enjoy the recordings and enjoy the words again and again and again. And we will repost for you along with the lectures on Ali Allah. Now, let's see. We do have and we have Jim Gina saying Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Mubarak, Mubarak. Thank you, Jim Gina Saib. And we do welcome your comments, your questions. Friends, you can unmute and just speak directly, or you can post your comments and questions in the chat. I think people are feeling very moved. Look at this, all these feelings that are coming in the chat. Ya Ali
याद है
Madad.
मतलब सुभान अल्लाह भाई माँ शुक्र मौला भाई माँ एक क्वेश्चन है कि आप जो लास्ट वाली हदीस समझाए ना उसमें चीफ ऑफ अरब्स एंड चीफ ऑफ चिल्ड्रन ऑफ आदम तो वो चीफ ऑफ अरब्स की क्या तावील है भाई माँ मतलब
Good question. Good. I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Gulzar. आदम जो थे वो he was our नातिक, right? हमारे पैगंबर थे. And prophet is also नातिक. So he's saying that I, being the पैगंबर, I am the chief of the children of Adam. But Arab, where the new beginning, new time, new cycle was starting. So he says that you are the chief of Arabs. Remember, the new beginning started from that time in Arabs. That is how Pagambar was indicating that how we believe in cycles, that the cycle of Adam, Hazrat Noah alayhi salam, Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, and then Pagambar. So that chain is going on of 6 Natikan, and then Zahurat of Imam happened. So that is how he was showing that there are difference. I am the Pagambar, I am the prophet from the Adam, and then Imam is the chief of Arabs, and it is a new beginning from there which is happening. So good catch.
थैंक यू भाई माँ थैंक यू सो मच और भाई माँ जैसे ये हदीस पूरे सुन्नी लोग भी मतलब इसको एक्सेप्ट करते हैं तो फिर जब इतना क्लियर इंडिकेशन है हजरत अली की तरफ हजरत नबी साहब का फिर कितनी बड़ी मतलब मिस हो गई ये मतलब मौला की शनाख्त मिस हो गई तो बहुत बड़ी बात है ना भाई माँ ये लाइक समझ मतलब मेरे तो माइंड में ही नहीं जा रहा है
हाँ, तो इसके लिए ही हमें ये समझाया जाता है कि इम्पोर्टेंट चीज ये है टू रियलाइज विदाउट जजिंग एनीबडी दैट इमाम की शनाख्त जो है ना वो आसान काम नहीं है. ये उन्हीं को मिलती है जिसको खुदा रोशनी देता है. He guides whom he wills. अगर हम आज इस्माइली हैं, इमाम के साथ हैं, so we are very blessed. Now, definitely those who seek will find. Definitely. खुलिया है ये. जो भी ढूंढेगा वो पा लेगा.
Good night.
Good night. जो ढूंढेगा वो पा लेगा, लेकिन अगर जिनकी आंखें अंधी हो गई हैं वो कैसे देख पाएंगे? Remember, we have studied those verses, right? that those who are blind, sumun umyun fahum la yarji'un, जो अकल से अंधे हैं वो कैसे जानेंगे? इतनी क्लियर है। क्यों क्लियर है हमें? कि हमारा ईमान इमाम पर है, इसलिए क्लियर है। किताबें तो सब हैं। You know, in the other class there was a friend who was mentioning about Ghazali's book. Ghazali is one of the very well-known scholar in Muslim Ummah. In fact, he's being called as Imam Ghazali. And he is the one who has worked very hard to get all the authentic ahadis of the Prophet. He has done a very good work. So there are volumes and volumes of the books which he has written, all the traditions and ahadis of Prophet Muhammad. And he has a name in the Muslim world. When he was on his deathbed, at that time, he wrote some of the things and he actually accepted Ismaili Tariqa. He accepted Imam before dying, but he could not disclose it and to, with the fear of his name, because he was known, well-known, popular, man. So he could not disclose. But the way he wrote, people have extracted that by the end time when he was dying, he had accepted Imam. But during his lifetime, though he compiled all the authentic ahadis, बहुत ही नेगेटिव प्रोपोगंडा किया है, बहुत ही गलत बातें भी की हैं. And that is the case, that people have done it. But towards the end of his life, he had accepted Ismaili Tariqa. But we being Ismailis, we cannot read his things. We just cannot. Because all his life, what he wrote, though he was authenticating the ahadis, but with his own opinion, he was saying wrong things about Imam. वो हदीस को पढ़ेंगे मौला अली की और फिर नेगेटिव बातों को पढ़ेंगे तो समझ में तो नहीं आएगा ना कभी भी. तो do you understand how people are being misled? That is why what Maula says, you got to read primary resources. So all the ahadith I got, I must share with you. These are directly translated from Arabic actually by Dr. Fakir Muhammad, and it is on monoreality and ismaililiterature.com. So this is the holy ALWAEZA in the prophetic traditions. All the ahadith of Prophet about family, Nurani family, ALWAEZA, and Imam, Maula Ali's praises are here. So I trust the scholar who is translating it. And there are no opinions or wordings being added. It just has Arabic, Urdu, and English. Those are the books which we need to find. Accurate translation of original things. And if we can study original primary language, the best thing we can do for ourselves. Because when we read, second written, third written, fourth written, they add their opinions into it. Even let's talk of Quran. When we study Quran and we look at the different translators, they've added their own opinions in brackets, their own understanding. So how do we study these things? How do we have Iman? That is why we are so blessed that we have Imam in our heart and we enter in these books in Quran with the roshni of Imam. That is why things become easy for us. But when there is no Iman, even if it is right in front of people, they are blind. They cannot see it. Ji.
Thank you, Baima. One more thing, Baima. Can we pray for all of this, Baima? All, मतलब ये सबके लिए हम दुआ मांग सकते हैं, Baima?
हम तो मांगते ही हैं. आप नहीं मांगते तो मांगना चाहिए.
नहीं मांगती हूँ, लेकिन मैं बोली कि हाँ ठीक है Baima, सबके के सबको याली पापा हकीकत ही समझते हुए.
वो मालिक है पूरी दुनिया का. कोई माने उसको ना माने.
Yes, Baima. Okay, Baima. Thank you, Baima. Yali Madad. Shukar, Mola.
Thank you so much, Gulzar Sahiba, for your wonderful participation always. We have a beautiful comment in the chat from Rita Sahiba. She says, mesmerizing session. Praises of Imam. Shukr, alhamdulillah. We are blessed to be in this ilmi group of people. Thank you, NIAMAT Baima, Naveen Baima, and all to be in your company. Thank you, Rita Sahiba. Friends, would you like to come forward? Anybody have questions, comments, feelings that you would like to share? Thank you so much, Niamat Saiba, for a very, very beautiful session full of not only knowledge, true knowledge, which itself makes our heart dance, but then when you ended with that kalam and everybody's hearts melted completely, so much beauty. Thank you so much. Shukra li Allah.
Thank you, friends. Thank you, Shaila. Yali Madad, Yali Madad,
Yali Madad.
Yali Madad.
Yali Madad. Beautiful singing, Anila. Yali Madad,
Yali Madad, Mama.
Yali Madad.